And there I was with just egg whites dripping all down my thighs, and it was really crazy. Let's get into it.
Let's go.
Hello. Welcome to the Sunday Club at the Leeds House. We are live. Kevin's here. He's here. Danny Zuko's back to join in the fun. How you doing, my friend?
A little bit under the weather, but we'll see. But, I mean, I'm sweating.
Sweaty.
Yeah.
Sweaty is a lovely vision I have of you, Kevin. Let's get this on. It's open now. It's open. We've got a couple of few comments straight away.
Cool.
From Fergal. Fergal's in early. So much my 5-1, but at least we are through. I have to say Perry made some good saves. And Einar's in. Good evening, Einar and Fergal. Yes. Yes. We're into the next round.
Yeah, we are.
Just about. It was a decent game. As I say, you're here live with us, so like as it says at the bottom here, subscribe, share, and hype. Tell your friends, your Leeds friends, tell your non-Leeds friends about this amazing podcast. And we're going to talk about the game today. Obviously, the penalty victory against Birmingham. We'll talk about a few players. We'll maybe look to the next round, see who we could possibly get, and then on to next week against Villa. But before we do that, as we know that Kevin's been AWOL for a while, I want to get Kevin's views on. I don't know if these are the only 2 games he's missed, but I think they are. I'll put it back up again. So there was a Forest win and a Chelsea draw. Kevin, hit me with your rhythm stick.
Forest good, Chelsea good.
Brilliant. So let's move on to Birmingham.
Yeah, that was good.
No, I mean on a serious note, obviously the Forest game was a very good performance from us on a really, really torrid evening in terms of weather, but under the lights we seem to not be able to lose. How do you feel? I mean, I know a lot of fans are saying against the teams on there they must win games, and to an extent it probably was. But how do you feel we played in that game, Kev?
I thought we were okay. I thought we dominated the entire thing, made them look a bit ordinary. They didn't really do much. Obviously we caused another manager to more than likely get the sack off losing to us. Clark has obviously took some scalps this year, hasn't he? And I'm sure Sean Dyche was probably one of those who's factored into it. But, we have to beat the teams that are down there. And I'll be honest with you, nobody is ever taken away from any game that we play at night at Ellen Road, mate. I didn't realise how good Parker's record was until the stat came up on the screen. I was like, holy shit, man, that's mad. But yeah.
I know it's mad, but I almost didn't want them to highlight that as a thing for us, because now it'll be one of them things that they keep dragging up and bringing up, and it'll be a big thing if it
Where's
ever goes.
Where's this giggler music coming from, mate? By the way, is this something new that you've added while I've been off?
Yeah, I've added some background music to the show. It's already on there. Just a little bit of flow to the Sunday Club, because it's a chilled out evening, man.
I suppose it's nice to have something like that when I'm never here as well. It's always nice to have a bit of background music to keep you flowing when I'm not even around. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. To be fair, the thing is, Forest's form weren't terrible that in terms of the last 6 games. I think it's the fact that they lost to us and then went on to draw at home to Wolves was the coffin in Dyche's
The coffin in the nail.
About to say a coffin in the nail, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
But that owner's not really messing around, is he? He's like a Greek Chileno.
He's mad, mate. Is, you know, I swear, I've read up some stuff on this geezer, and I swear I swear he's like more mad than Chileno. Like the stuff that he gets up to, man. He's like a proper. Like, I don't want to get done for slander or anything, but if you maybe do some research on the guy, he's been up to a lot, that bloke. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he's the type of guy that'll be waiting outside your house before you go to work. Be like, "What'd you say to me?" And
no, yeah, exactly. I don't fancy that. Come outside and there's just smashing plates in the house, hold me out. So don't fancy that, mate. Do you know what I mean?
You don't, because his plates will be massive as well, won't they? Because he's quite a big bloke, so the size of plates he'll be smashing over your head. You know what I mean? They'll be serving big turkeys. Anyway, off the Forest game, then we went into Chelsea midweek. Tough game because I thought Chelsea knocked the ball around really well, and we looked pretty much out of it when they scored that penalty. But then, you know, Jadon Bogle decides to go, fuck this, I'm not having it. I'm going to make some runs into the box, and caused all sorts of problems for them, which eventually got us a penalty and got us another really shit goal against Chelsea, which they do it all the time, give us one of them goals. So how did you feel about the Chelsea draw?
I mean, I'll be honest, mate, it was wow strange. Like, when they scored their penalty, obviously that was 100% that was not a penalty, by the way. That was definitely not a penalty.
Oh no, yeah. I mean, it was touch and go, weren't it? I thought.
Yeah, it was a bit touch and go, mate. It could have went either way. Do you know what I mean? That one, yeah. But I mean, I'll be honest. When they scored that penalty, I thought, "Oh, Cole Palmer's just scored." I resigned myself to us losing, and I kind of relaxed. And then Leeds United happened, and I'm like, it just all happened so fast. I was like, shit, what is going on here? And then we come away with a point, and I guess we took 4 points off Chelsea this year. That's great. That is, you know.
Wow. There's no
we'll get them in the next round of the FA Cup now, by the way.
Maybe we will. But if they can't beat us, maybe they'll be like, "Oh, fuck Leeds again." Remember, guys, don't give them a shit goal. Don't give them a shit goal. But yeah, I was pretty much the same as I spoke through the week. Like after when we went 2-0 down, I just thought yeah, okay, here we go. This is going to be one of them games that we just have to just see out and just do whatever. And then we get 2 up, and I'm thinking, I think we're going to win. I think we're going to win this game. I think we're going to, out of nowhere, we're going to come back and win this game. But we held on for the draw at the end. Yeah, so scratch that. What's Fergal saying? They managers that replace Deutsch and Frank are in for a rude awakening, I think. Yeah. Who's it's gone into Forest? That Pereira, he got sacked from Wolves, weren't it?
Yeah, the one that drinks some Weatherspoons. Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah. Yep. I mean, I think you'll struggle to get a decent manager that's going to go in and work under him at this time. I don't know about the Tottenham one. Who's gone into Tottenham?
Igor Tudor.
Oh yeah, I did see that actually.
Yeah, he's related to the old Tudors, the War of the Roses and shit. He's related to them, except he's not, and he's Croatian.
Oh, he's related to the old English Tudor times.
Tudor dynasty, yeah. That's what obviously Leeds and Man United hate each other. Obviously that as well. It makes sense, doesn't it? The white roses, red roses. To be fair, Tottenham are they're not in the best place. They've got a lot of injuries. That Romario just lost his head and been sent off. Yeah, they're in the Champions League, so you know, I mean, if they go down with that big stadium, and Forest still in the Europa League as well, and Palace.
Yeah, and Palace. Yeah, and we've got to play Palace and Tottenham.
Yeah, I know, but we're going all the way in the FA Cup though, so swings and roundabouts and that, doesn't it? We are now. So that brings us nicely onto the FA Cup. So we'll get on to the game today, which was this: Birmingham 1, Leeds United 1. After extra time, it still was 1-1, and then Leeds went on to win the game 4-2 on penalties. We'll get a little overall view of the game. Let me just get the team that he decided to start this game.
any surprises in the selection, Kevin?
No, not really. I didn't think it'd make some changes, to be honest. I thought all of those players that were in there now would have played. I thought Dan James might have been in the team, but obviously he got injured. But yeah, this is the team that I thought would play, apart from Mecha. I thought he would have started with Joel Perreault. But, well, I'm really glad he didn't. So, yeah, fair play.
Yeah, I agree. The team is pretty much what I thought it was going to be. There was a question marks over the new loan signing, whether he was eligible, and it turns out that he is, because they've decided to make a new rule this season where you can play for two teams in two different rounds, which has benefited us. Well, you think it would benefit us. He didn't really.
No, it definitely didn't benefit us, mate. I'm telling you.
We'll get on to we'll talk about him in a little bit. But overall view of the game, I thought it was a decent game. I thought they started the first half. They really put it on us a bit and struggled to get a foothold. Their intensity was good. They was knocking the ball around well. We defended quite well. I thought Perry made some excellent saves in that first half. I sort of expected it though, being against a championship team at home. You know, they're always up. It's an FA Cup game. You know what it's like. With our change as well coming into it, and whether we'd be able to kick on like we did against Derby, or would it be a bit of adjustment? And that seemed to be what happened. Obviously, we then get the goal. Second half, Mecha scores again brilliant goal. Some nice work from Okafor. And then I didn't really
can I talk about that Okafor touch, to be fair?
Yeah.
He infuriated me at times today. And obviously, I know that the TVs were banging on about how that he was good, but I mean, he did infuriate me a bit today, but there's no one else in the team that's going to be able to do what he that pirouette with the chest there. That was insane, man. Again, so yeah, he's a bit up and down, but he is getting a bit better. I know me and you have championed him for a few weeks now, but yeah, that was a good goal. That was a really good goal. I was quite impressed with that, to be fair.
Yeah, I mentioned him having a really good game against Forest. I thought it was probably one of his best games for us against Forest. Had a little cameo against Chelsea and ended up scoring like an absolute thunderbolt from 2 yards out. And then today he was again. Yeah, you're right. He was up and down. He did one of them things where he seems to like run into traffic and lose the ball a couple of times. He did a couple of little runs down the wing. But yeah, that touch into Mecha.
By the way, he is terrible at slide tackles. By the way, his timing and everything. I know he did win the ball a couple of times, but see the way he does it. Like there was one where they were down on the right side, and he just jumped in and kicked the ball out. Like if he could have got the ball first, he could have ran with the ball. He could have got to the ball and knocked it away. Yeah, I mean, James, I honestly, I thought we were absolutely crap today. Honestly, I thought we were terrible, especially in that first half, man. Yeah.
I agree. I agree to an extent. I thought we were underperforming, as Fergal says here. The team totally underperformed first half. They did, but I also didn't think they were going to score. I thought we defended it very, very well. I know that left winger for them just was pretty good at getting into the box and getting into good positions, but his shooting was shite, and he just kept slapping it too far over. Apart from that one right at the end where
he was our best player today. He was, fuck me, mate. Yeah.
And then apart from that one right at the end where he sort of passed it and it come off the post, and then another great block. But then, I honestly didn't think they were going to score. I thought we defended well, as good as they played, and as good as they sort of put us under pressure. I thought we defended very, very well. And then they score a goal. It's going into Perry's arms, to be honest with you. The shot, if you watch it from behind the shot, and then Justin, who I don't think had a good game today, he was made captain. He sort of struggled a little bit, ended up, giving away a normal Leeds goal, a deflected goal that flies in the top corner from his head. So it just, it probably deserved on the balance of play and how well Birmingham adapted to our changes. And then it could have went anywhere in extra time. I thought near the end of extra time they were tiring a bit, and I thought we were going to snatch the winner if Dominic Calvert-Lewin looks up and sees Perrault just stood at the back post by himself. When he has that shot from the angle, we probably wouldn't have went to penalties, but it did. Went to penalties, and we confidently scored all ours. Perrault's made a good save and then the miss. So, yeah, man, it's an unsurprising. Sorry, not an unsurprising. It's a surprisingly good penalties from Leeds for once.
Yeah, I was packing my pants for this. I look at these FA Cup games kind of like, I don't want to say free hit because I use that word too much, but I thought I could maybe try and enjoy this game a little bit more because I thought, okay, lower opposition, Birmingham are on a team that are on the up. Thought it'd be Leeds Birmingham's always, there's always something happens, there's always there's a bit of bite in that game. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's always something going on in a Leeds Birmingham game. I thought it weren't going to be an easy game. And again, I mean, they were decent today. They just, like you said, they couldn't score, or you didn't think they were going to score. They did get behind us a bit. If that lad was any good, mate, we could have been finished off a few times as well. But again, we're not losing matches. There's still a bit of fight in the team. And a lot of those players as well haven't really played for a while. Like Tanaka. Tanaka was, I mean, I'm not going to say anything bad about him. Do you know what I mean? But
well, you will, because we're going to talk about. I've got some. We'll talk about some of the players. I've got a few of them.
Yeah.
Let's just get straight into it because you've mentioned him, but I'll start off with the one that I thought really struggled, and we can talk about him not having minutes, and he hasn't played a lot all season, which I do take into account. But
yeah,
Buonanotte, mate, he looked lost out there today.
Yeah, he
looked miles off it, and I feel a little bit sorry for him because of the lack of game time he's had. But again, this is the big league. This is professional football. You need to sort of take these chances because there's not going to be a lot of chances for him to play if on that basis, and it's only going to be the cup games that he's going to get chances in unless he comes on for 5-10 minutes, and he's going to start. He's going to have to start taking them. I do feel a bit sorry for him though. How did you feel Buonanotte played today, Kevin?
Do you remember Felipe da Costa that we started when we were in League One, the Portuguese fella?
I do remember him.
Yeah, it was like that. It reminded me of that.
Looked like Beavis from Beavis and Bird.
Yeah. We all thought he was going to be like the big playmaker come in because he had like this really good YouTube reel, and honestly, he was just lost, mate. I'll be honest, he was crap. He reminded me of Adrian as well. I remember him. It was just like everything he was doing weren't coming off at all. His passing was crap. He wasn't even tackling. Do you know what? I swear he didn't. He wasn't even industrious. I thought this would be a big chance for him today. Aronson getting a rest. You have to introduce Aronson. Do you know what I mean? That's where we are. That's where we are with the team today. Obviously, again, he hasn't played much football. He's just come to the club. We play a bit weird. I thought he would slot straight in, to be honest, as a backup player. But I mean, there's still a lot of football to be played. Something can happen with this kid. He's undoubtedly he's got a bit of talent, right? And you can see it in the games he's played for other teams, obviously not for us. I'm not concerned because I don't think he's going to play that much. But I do think we might have a say toward the end of the season. To be honest, I'm not going to write him off after today's game, no. But I just thought he was. I would say he was probably the worst player out of all of our players today. And I would give him a 2 out of 10, mate.
Yeah, I mean, Fergal says, I think Fundo will get better. He started to improve as the half went on. I think he needs more time. That's the problem we've got with him, Fergal. He does need more time, and he does need more game time. It's like, can we run the risk of getting someone up to speed in the position that we're in? Like I said to Kev a few weeks back, if we're a bit more comfortable in the league and we're a bit more higher, we can then maybe give these players a bit more game time to get them up to speed. But where we are, it's still very tight. Although we've on this great run, a couple of bad games, and we're right in the shit again. So I do feel sorry for him. And to be fair, it's his own fault. Should have come at the start of the season.
Yeah,
come at the start of the season, he'd have been in, and he'd have had a lot more game time, it'd have been up to date with the system. It'd have known of all his players, and he probably would have had a lot more say in the season. But he wanted to go.
I never thought I'd say this, James. I never thought I'd say this, but there's no way he's getting ahead of Brendan Aronson. I'll never say this. Yeah, I'll be honest. I don't think a lot of those players are getting ahead of Brendan Aronson at the moment. He's like, I mean, he played well when he come on. Do you know what I mean?
He did.
Yeah.
He did. He looks like he's just super confident, and I think he's found his place a little bit. He's not really set in one position, is he? He sort of floats everywhere. He comes back. He'll pick up the ball in deep areas. His decision making got a lot better.
Do you know what, James? Him taking a penalty today in front of the Leeds fans as well. Obviously, that just shows. Obviously, there's a bit of a massive turnaround with Brendan Aronson. I know we're still talking about Buenanotte, but I just want to put this out there. Going up, penalty shootout, FA Cup. Leeds fans would be trying to be on the goal, and then he puts his penalty away as well. Obviously, fair play to the kid, man. Fair play, because he is playing really well.
Yeah, he is, mate. Matt Leeds says none of the players who are bench players look like they wanted a chance to start to get more minutes in the Prem, except for Perry. Yeah, I agree, mate. We'll get onto the rest of them as well. Yeah, so I agree with Aronson, and the reason why is with Aronson, why I highlighted him the other week, is because of just how much shit he gets, or he's been getting from his own fans, and even now, like I said, there are still Leeds fans that just won't have Aronson as a player for Leeds. He'll do one negative thing in a game, or he'll make one mistake, and they're on him straight away. But yeah, confident penalty. Let's move on to the next of the bench players, as Matt pointed out. Nonto.
Yeah.
Nonto got his chance to start and failed to win the game as much as we wanted him to.
Nearly gave a goal away as well. Dilly-dallying in the box with the ball as well. He didn't even toe poke it out, mate. Yeah. It's the same thing with Buenanotte, but Buenanotte's got a bit more of not an excuse, but he's got a bit more like sort of, as I say, getting up to speed. Whereas Nonto's been here for a while now. He's played under Fark for this is just third season under Fark. He knows what he needs. He knows what he needs to get into the team. He knows a lot of these lads haven't played a lot of football either, though, James, mate. I mean, again, like I say, they were crap, right? But
yeah.
Some of them haven't played for a bit. You got, again, all of them in at the same time. Lots of changes in that team. There isn't as much industry in the midfield without Ampadu. I thought Longstaff was okay, but without all of the you got to maybe give a bit of slack to some of them. You know what I mean? Like I said to Buenanotte, Nonto, not played as much as they like. Again, and going to Birmingham in an FA Cup match, man, they're like a kind of team on the rise. It looked like it was a decent atmosphere as well. Sometimes when you play for a while, they could be blowing and stuff. Do you know what I mean? I'm not going to hold anything to anybody today about how they played, because at the end of the day, we still went through. It would have been a bit of a different story if we went out. But again, these lads, if one of them comes into the team, say Tanaka and Nonto, comes into the team when you're only making one change, I expect them to probably be a little bit better. But there was lots of changes today, and it was all over the place, different formations and stuff. I would have got them all a bit of slack because I'm a Leeds fan, mate, and I like all the players, and I like Nonto. Again, I still think he's got a high team, and just where does he play in this new formation? I just don't know. That's what it is.
Do you know what it is? I think with these players like Nonto, player like, we'll get on to Tanaka in a little bit, and even Buenanotte at the moment, I think the way we're playing at the moment and where we are positionally, I don't think these players are trusted in terms of when we don't have the ball. Like on the ball, they're all decent. Nonto's good on the ball, Tanaka's good on the ball. I think it's more when we haven't got the ball. I think there's more trust in other players when we don't have the ball, and they can defend a little bit better. They're better at winning the ball back. So I think this is why we're not seeing a lot of these players. I do agree that they're not playing as much, and it's hard to like throw them into a game like today when you're away at Birmingham who are well up for the game. It's a big FA Cup tie, and you sort of expect us to dominate, and I think that's why they've been put in there, because I think if Farke goes into this game thinking we ain't going to have a lot of the ball, it's going to be backs against the wall at times, and we're going to need to do well off the ball, I don't even think he would have put them in. But I think because of the fact that we're a Premier League team and we are better than Birmingham, we've got better individual players, I think he expected us to probably have a lot more of the ball and dominate it, and I think that's why they were put in, that's why they played. So it's not necessarily about them being bad players and why they're not playing at the moment. I think it's that reasoning behind it. They're just not as effective when we haven't got the ball. But yeah, it's a hard one for them, because this is you get a chance, and it's almost like, oh, so when's the next chance going to be? Is it going to be the next round of the FA Cup, or is it going to be 5 minutes, 10 minutes in a league game where we're comfortably winning, where I can come on and affect the game? Or if we're looking for a Nonto, in Nonto's case, and maybe even Buonanote's case, do we need to get a goal and they get thrown on to do something? So it is hard, but again, it is, like I said, this is the big leagues, and you can't be sentiment. You say we're not Sentiment FC, and we need performances. We need them all the time. We need 100% all the time. And I don't think it'll cost them, because I think Farke's a smart man. I think he'll understand that sometimes if they're not playing, if players aren't playing, they're gonna need game time, and unfortunately the cup games are the only times that is willing to throw them in. I can imagine them not playing if we get like a bloody Liverpool or something in the next round. He'll probably go a bit more stronger in terms of, as I say, against the ball. So I do feel from a little bit, but they just need to be better off the ball, I think. That's what it is. That's what it boils down to. So we'll move on from Nonto, and we'll bring in the other player that's been brought in, and there's a lot of questions over him not getting enough game time. I thought he was okay again, but not the levels that we needed. And Tanaka, take it away, Kev.
Yeah, he hit a couple of underhit a few passes into the final third. Where he's running down on goal, onto Okafor, springs to mind straight away. Yeah, he just didn't look at the races either today, but he's played a lot more football than some of these lads as well, because he has been in and out of the team, coming on in games and stuff like that. Plus, some important goals for us as well, this season to Nakarad. So,
yeah.
I thought I was actually more disappointed in him today than some of the others, due to the fact that I thought he would have been the main one that would have took his chance today, proven that if he would have been in there. It was a very, very high, there was a lot of high pressing in this game today, and he kind of just wasn't at his best. He did a couple of good moves and stuff, but I just feel he should have been the one that took his chance, because there's still that open spot in midfield for me where Gruev's been playing. I know, because Gruev's been playing really well. There's Stack and Ampadu in that middle, who are probably going to play most games if they're fit, okay? But Tanaka, I thought he would have been the one that would have wanted to take that spot today. And I was just a little bit disappointed in him. Again, he's still a very, very good player. But what you said makes sense, mate. Who would you rather have in there when we're trying to stay in the league? Would you rather have Gruev, Ampadu and Stack, or Tanaka in there? Do you know what I mean? And then Aaron was just running, basically doing the running for the whole fucking team in that middle of the park, doing Dominic the Calvert-Lewin's running for him, And again, I think Farke, I mean, at the end of the day, if we lose games and he puts those players in, he's obviously under a lot of pressure. I mean, I would play Tanaka. I would play him every game if I was a manager. Do you know what I mean? Because I love what he brings to the team. But I can also understand why that Farke's just going for that industriousness. And at the end of the day, we've lost 2 out of the last, 15 now, including today. So,
yeah,
let's get something right, mate. When you say those numbers out loud, it's mad, isn't it? Yeah. You
can't take away from that. You can't say, well, these guys should be playing, but then you go, well, look at the run we've been on. Look at the decisions that he's made. There's been a couple of games in now where you've thought he's made the wrong decision, like like the Everton game not changing quick enough and stuff. But he's for the majority of it, he's made all the right calls, and I understand. I'm understanding more why these guys aren't playing, and I think, like I said, I think it is because of the fact that there's a lot of times, especially in the Premier League, because it flips and switches. You're not going to dominate games from the first minute all the way to the 90th minute. We're playing against good players, and we're going to have spells where the other team have got the ball, and I think he's been extra cautious, as I say, because of the position that we're in. That when we haven't got the ball, we've got the right players on there to be able to minimise attacks against us and be better against the ball. Fergal agrees with you, by the way. Just want to say that.
I think the only one who ever does, to be fair, yeah.
But no, I agree, like, in terms of today's game, because not knocking Birmingham in any shape or form, but they are a championship team, and you would think that this would have been a game that Tanaka could come in and really sort of, make his mark and say, like, I'll take control in the middle of the park. Ampadu weren't on the pitch, which is a surprise. Usually he'll play him because he's the captain and stuff. So this was his chance, and obviously he was in there with Longstaff today. Longstaff was okay, but he's just coming back from injury as well, so he's getting back up to fitness. But yeah, Tanaka today, you'd think, and like I say, he weren't terrible. He just wasn't really, he wasn't really doing what we want him to do, and that's get his foot on the ball and control it. But like I said, Birmingham had a lot of the ball that first half, and we struggled to sort of get into the game, which probably played a part in that as well. So enough of the shit players. Oh, let's have a look at Fergal says something else before we get that. And yet you still have Farkout and the Frake Outers are on the same YouTubers channel. I know. And this is what they do, Fergal. They'll play blind to the fact of the job that he's done and the position that we're in and the run that we're on. And the minute something doesn't go right, or you play someone that they don't like. Even now, I was reading today on Twitter. I need to get off Twitter. It's fucking such a cesspit. They was talking about how he's making players worse because he's not playing them. It's like you can't just play players for the sake of playing them. There's a reasons why he's not playing them. He's not just choosing not to play them to be horrible to them. He needs something. He needs something from players when he puts them in there. And if they're not delivering, it is what it is. So enough of the shit players, as I say. Let's get on to some players that have played.
Well, can I just pipe in on that second, James, about Farker? Do I think Farker's the best manager that we can get? No, I don't. I think there is better managers out there for us. I'll be honest.
Hockaday.
However, does he deserve to get the sack? No way, man. No way, not at all. At the end of the day, what people say to me about Leeds, right? I have a lot of talk about Leeds at work all the time. And they think the only thing that's holding us back from firing up that table is our manager. Okay. However, right, he definitely deserves to keep his job. I wouldn't sack someone for doing a good job if I think someone else could do a better job. Do you know what I mean? It's not something I would do. So he doesn't. I'm fucking. Do you know what I mean? Because he does not deserve to be sacked. And at the end of the day, mate, he still hasn't spent as much money as a lot of other teams. We have been hamstrung in the last couple of years due to PSR. You got to look at this as well. The two best players in Tottenham's for the last 5 matches is Archie Gray, and the best player for West Ham in the last 5-6 matches has been Somerville, and he's had those players taken away from him as well. Do you know what I mean? They're talking about the only player that's coming out of this Tottenham run with any credit is Archie Gray. And then on the other hand, Somerville's the only one. So he's had those players taken away from him as well. You know, last season, the season before, he's had all them go, and he's had to work with what he can get. He has obviously got some of his own players in this year. Again, I love Anton Stack, but I'm laying off until the end of the season. Do you know what I mean? At the end of the day, if we get relegated, that's something different. But for now, we're 6 points away. We've got 2 matches in the last 14. We've taken 4 points off Chelsea in that run. We've taken points off Liverpool. Liverpool have not beaten us. We drew Man United. The only team that we've really been absolutely battered by is Arsenal. And that's our -9 goal difference, whoever it is from Arsenal. So And if we played them under the lights at 5:30 or 8:00 at night, I think we'd smack them. So that's just. I'm just going to lay off Barker for a bit. Do you know what I mean? Again, I did call for his head in December, if you remember rightly, and then obviously that everything changed. But yeah, fair play. Can't knock him, mate.
You can't. I mean, it's mental when if you even take the whole season as a whole now from up until this point, you can section it up and you can say, oh yeah, we went through that really bad patch and now we're in a really good run. If you throw all the season together and you put it all as one, I can think of 4 games where we haven't performed very well. 2 of them were against the team that are winning the league. The other 2, Forest at their ground and Brighton away. The rest of them, we've been in the games, and it's been marginal reasonings why we haven't taken punch from them, and that's down to his management. And it's been stupid little errors and mistakes that have cost us at times. You can't put that down to management. You can say, oh yeah, he should make subs and he's playing the same players and blah blah blah, but I base it on performance predominantly. Obviously, if we performed really well up until this point but never took any points, and you could say he's going to get sacked regardless because we're not getting results. But we are getting results now, and we have performed pretty good continuously throughout the season, and that's with not the best team. Not knocking our players because I love them all, but not knocking them. They aren't the best players. You know, we've been frugal with the money. We've spent well. Every player that's come in, apart from maybe Perry, up until today, I'll say, maybe Perry has performed well, really well. So I don't see why people are looking at him and saying he's not a good manager. I don't get it. I don't get it because, again, it's like that he's not playing players that they want him to play. He's not playing a formation that he wants to play. We're playing a way where we're not just gung-hoing it all the time. He's measured, and look, I think he understands football a lot better than half of the fans. So no way should he get sacked. No way should he get sacked. Right. Let's get on to this player because I thought he played really well today. Made a lot of good blocks in the area. A lot of last ditch blocks, and that's our man Bourne now. Yeah,
he was good today. He was very good. I mean, he runs funny, and he wears a headband. But yeah, he was decent today. Yeah, I've got to admit that. Obviously, I kept thinking he was going to come off injured though, because he's always like holding something, and he's like he's the walking wounded at all times. But I mean, for a squad player, he's had to come in and do his job time. Yeah, he played well today, and again, I feel like if somebody drops out of that back three, I can be quite confident that he'll do a decent job. I know we rate Justin more, probably higher than him, even in the back three, which I probably agree with. Man, James Justin's been a revelation, but yeah, he played really well. James, I can't knock him, mate. Big Belgian international playing well against the championship team. Before you go through.
Yeah, I mean,
pressure, didn't he? There's a lot of pressure. They're playing a lot of long balls up while him and Biol did win a lot in the air. So yeah, fair play to him, man.
I think every time he's come in when he's needed to, he's been okay. The Chelsea game was a bit of a weird one because of how we sort of set up. Yeah. And he sort of explained. He goes, we just wanted to contain and then maybe throw on a few attacking players near the end and try and sort of cause some trouble then. But other than that, he's been okay. But today, yeah, I thought he was really, really good. I thought that he kept getting them last ditch blocks, which was what we needed because, as I say, there was a lot of pressure on us today. And he protected the goal really, really fucking well. And alongside Biol, I thought Biol was good today as well with his heads. It can only do us good. And it looks at us, like I say, that now, when he does come in, if he does come in, there's a little less worry about it because he can actually do something in that box. I thought he was going to score as well, but he took ages to get to the ball and sort of cross shot. But fair play to him. He did come off in the extra time though, because I think he gets tired really quickly, doesn't he? Old Bourne.
Yeah, I don't know if he's built matches. Yeah, but yeah, he's all right, mate. Yeah, he's done well. Yeah, for what we paid for him, he's definitely better than a lot of other defenders in that league. below us.
Got a few comments here. Let me say. Martin's. Oh, how Martin, how you doing, mate? Hi, James, Kevin. I was working during the game, but I looked at the result and enjoyed the surprise that we won the shootout. Must be something to do with having a quality keeper. Ooh. Fergal says we'll see how his contract, and if he gets better players next year, we'll improve again. I said the same thing on Wednesday, mate. I said Fark's way of playing football is dominating possession, restricting chances, and creating chances. And if we have the best players, better players, he's able to do that more. And he's done it pretty well this season, considering what we've got and who we've been up against. So if we improve on the squad, then I think we'll improve as a team as well. And yes, I absolutely agree. Matt says, since changing to the back three, we are on European form. How can you say the manager is what's stopping us? Agree. He'll have improved his price tag. Yep, he will. And he said it again just to emphasise it.
Yes, fair play. Good man.
Another player that I want to talk about who I have to say I thought was pretty damn good today and was very unlucky to concede a goal. Perry, best game. Cat with a penalty save. That save in the first half was a quality save. That one where he tipped onto the post.
Yeah, that was a big save.
Good save. I'm happy for him, because I think he was almost being like the one signing that didn't work, and even myself was looking at it like maybe we've fucked up here. But I also think that there's a decent keeper in there. If he needs to get up to speed, he just seems a little bit slow at times, a little bit slow off the mark. But I do believe there's a decent keeper in there, and today he sort of showed it. I didn't think he was getting beaten until Justin thought we need to make this interesting and head it into the top corner for that shot. And when we went into the penalties, I weren't so much worried about the penalty takers so much. I was more championing Perry, and I was like, "Come on, Perry! This is your moment. This is where you to show what you can do. Come on, you need to save at least one of these penalties." And he did. He was, decent penalty, guessed the right way. He's a big man, so if he goes the right way, he can fucking cover the whole length of the pitch. Never mind the goal. So, good save, and I am chuffed for him, and I'm. It's considering that we went to penalty and saved it. It sort of worked out well, because I think he did deserve a clean sheet for some of the saves he made.
Yeah.
But the fact that obviously it went into penalties and then he went on to make a penalty save, I am happy for him. I'm hoping that he gets put back in the goal. To be honest with you, I mean,
yeah, me too. I think it gives Farker a bit of a headache, man, because from what I know, from what I hear, he's really highly thought of within like the squad and stuff like that. Like they rate him really highly. He just went through a bit of a bad spell, and hopefully he can come out of this, because again, we all know there's definitely a good keeper in there. The Premier League man can bash confidence. Do you know what I mean? We've seen a lot of goalkeepers come in this league over the years for massive money, and all of them end up being bench players, mate. Do you know what I mean? Like Kepa, Chelsea, Onana, Man United, all good players, all good goalkeepers, just get hammered in the Premier League because of the way that the football is, and it's become a lot more physical and a lot more crosses into box, throw-ins and that coming in now as well. Goalkeepers have changed. They've had to adapt to the way football's being played. So take him out of the firing line for a bit. Now there's a selection headache next week for Parker, and do you know what? I'm so chuffed for him, because, like you said, he would have been down as the one signing that everybody's like, nah, he's a shit. But yeah, come out today. I know. Again, I know it's only like a championship team, but at the end of the day, he did everything he needed to do today, and he would have saved that one if James Justin never had flicked into the net as well. So yeah, honestly, I wouldn't mind seeing him come back in, because his kicking went great today, but he's definitely better than some of the other keepers that we've got. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, give him a chance.
Yeah, because I just want Darlow out the goal, because I trust Darlow.
Yeah,
he made a few decent saves against Chelsea, Forest. So but I've got a real weird feeling about Darlow, and I think we just need to stick with the keeper to the end of the season. I'm hoping now that he's had a good game. He's not like just sat behind the defence. That's not he's not been tested. The defense did play really well today, and they did stop a lot of shots. But the ones that did go through, he was confident. It was a shitty pitch. The weather weren't great. There's a few like grass cutters that he could have spilt, but he held on to a lot of them. There was one corner where he sort of flapped a little bit, but other than that, I thought, I just think get him back in, get his confidence up, because if he uses his, the one thing I like about Perry is that I think that he's good at crosses, and I think that we'll have a lot of them coming up against teams around us. I think if we can get him in, just coming out and catching a lot of these balls because he's so big, I just want him back in the goal. If I'm honest, there's not so much I want him back in. I want Darlow out because I don't trust him. I think he's gonna do something, and I'm worried about him. I'm worried about him doing one of these at one point. But I'm chuffed for him. I'm chuffed that he's had a good game and saved a penalty. Let's see what Fergal has said. Apparently, he's better kicker than Darlow, according to Football Lab. Can't remember the name of it.
Grinder.
I think
Grinder. The app's Grinder. It's always on it. Yeah.
Or I think it's an app that Perry made himself saying, "I'm a better kicker than Darlow."
Yeah. Something like that. Yeah.
Next man, I'll quickly want to mention, because again, I have to sort of bring it up because of the start of the season. A lot of, like I say, again, unfortunately it's a lot of our own fans were questioning the signings and not happy the fact that we've got 2 injury-prone free transfers up front, and our man Mecha scores again. I'm just like, what can you say? What can you say about it, Kev? It's like that they are absolutely earning their price tags.
they're earning their wage, mate. Pair of them. I thought Cavaloon was obviously a handful when he come on as well. But yeah, the match was down. I don't think he had his best game for us today, to be honest. Sometimes it weren't sticking when he was up front, but you can see he's a nuisance, and I mean that was a really good finish today. That was an absolute level. It came out. I didn't even see it go in. It was that fast. It's like boom, brilliant. Yeah, good.
That's what I mean. It's like he's not the player that Calvert-Lewin is in terms of hot. He does okay, and he hassles, and he was having a good battle with that dude that looked like Dolph Lundgren from Rocky.
Oh yeah, you mean Vigo the Carpathian from Ghostbusters was the place center half for him. Yeah, that's what he looked like, didn't he? Oh god!
But he can finish, man. The man can finish. He can finish, and he's proved that. The goal against the first when we lost against Forest, that was a great finish. The goal against Fulham, and I scored a few penalties, and today that finish it was a blistering strike that was sort of out of nowhere, and the keeper had no chance. So, little mention for Mecha, and obviously to Calvert-Lewin. They're racking up the goals, and even Okafor, he scored 2 and 2 before today. It's not bad signings, man. Not bad signings. Martin Cook says the Fark-out stuff makes me sick. He's the first manager we have had in my 50 years of supporting Leeds who's given me any confidence that we are on course to achieve stability and progress. Agree, mate. Not just Farker though. Absolutely agree with what you're saying. The board, the way the club's being run at the moment, the players that they're bringing in, it's all sort of working together. It's not maybe going as fast as some fans would like. But we got to understand it's not easy just coming up to the Prem and just blowing it away like we did in that first season with Bielsa. But I've got my theories on that. No fans and the short summer, and people couldn't catch up to us because we were just high on adrenaline from running constantly. We eventually broke down. But yeah, the whole club as a whole is on the rise a little bit, and I think fans just need to just sort of step back a little bit and just take stock of where we've come from and where we actually are now. A lot of fans calling for his head and calling I had a bit of a rant last week, calling the 49ers chances. I'm like, how are they? They're about to fucking spend hundreds of millions on your stadium. How are they chances? But I think as a club, we're going in the right direction, and I think we stay up. I think we stay up quite comfortably, like touch wood. Fark will keep his job, and then we'll just end up winning the league for about 70 years.
Yeah, the dynasty of Farker. He's still got the same haircut and the same coat while he's won the league 70 years in a row.
What cracks me up, whenever we sort of play a team and we beat them or we get a good result, there's always that meme. Welcome to the Fark Penitentiary, and it's him. When they
Daniel
say that,
Farker.
it's like Daniel Farker. And it just cracks me up the way he says it. It's so fucking funny.
Welcome to the Farker. Oh, some of those are funny though, man, as well.
They are.
Oh, so good.
Bielsa was a huge outlier and sport us forever, but I've been dreaming ever since the Clough debacle that we would get a grip and sort it out. Brentford don't rely on miracles; they have a system. They do. Brentford, they have massively surprised me, and Keith Andrews, as much as I think he's an absolute pleb, doing a really good job there, to be fair.
Yeah, he's doing a great job, mate. They don't have a youth team. I did not know that till recently. They don't have a youth team.
No, they don't.
That's mad, isn't it?
Like, fuck the youth team. We don't need one.
Oh,
no. If it works from, it works from. Little touch on, obviously we went into penalties, and I've mentioned that I weren't so much worried about the penalty takers, but they were all very, very confident. Penalties, Longstaff, Calvert-Lewin, Aronson, and who took the first one?
Pirro.
Pirro. Oh, yeah, Pirro, yeah. I'm glad he scored as well, actually, because he missed against Derby, didn't he? Missed a penalty against Derby.
Yeah, I mean, can I talk about Pirro for 1 second?
Go on, then. I'll let you talk about Pirro for 1 second. I'm timing you. Go.
It's any.
1. Finished.
Yeah. Thanks for that. No, I mean, it's just a bit slow, when he releases the ball. Could have released people a couple of times. Does my head in. But again, that's just match sharpness as well. Yeah.
He's that sort of player, though, isn't he? He's very sort of he's not a lazy player, but he's very sort of
nonchalant.
Yeah,
yes.
Nonchalant. He's a finisher. Is like a modern day Matt Letizia without the amazing goals. He's just very sort of like floats around the pitch a little bit. Again, match sharpness. I think I said he's another player that like we're confident if we're like in a better position, where we're not in any danger of sort of going down, or I think he probably plays a few more games and comes on a little bit more. But I'm glad he scored this penalty anyway. Might add a £1 onto his valuation when we sell him in the summer.
£8 now.
£8 in a bag of chips, I'll say. Not green.
Yeah. Not green stuff.
Who are you? Actually, let me get these up because I've got them down.
Because you prepared them, we've got to get them up, haven't we? Yeah.
I'll get the stats up of the game just to touch on it. So this is the stats of the game. Possession, 54 to Birmingham, 45 to us. Shots, 18-19. Very even game. Shots on target, 5-3. Total touches in the box, 49 and 38. I think 48 of them touches in the box for Birmingham was for that left winger who just kept slapping it into the far end of the stadium.
Yeah.
For them. So, they're the stats of the game.
Do you know who reminded me of him? Hadi Sacco, mate. Hadi Sacco. Yeah. That's what he used to do all the time as well, didn't he? Fucking hell.
He did.
Yeah.
He did. He was sort of too fast for his own legs, weren't he?
Yeah.
Hadi Sacco. Who's your man of the match, Kev?
Birmingham's number 7, Tommy Doyle. Who is my Leeds man of the match? Probably Bornau, mate. Probably Bornau.
Yeah, I mean, I can see that. Like I say, good game for him today. I'm going to give it to... But guys, if you listen, who's your man of the match? Let us know who your man of the match was for today's game. I'm going to give it to Lucas Perry. Lucas Perry for the shit. He obviously was defended very well today, but for the shit he's had, for the fact that people are looking at him as maybe one of the signings that hasn't worked, or the signing that hasn't worked, pulled off a few good saves, as I say, held onto the balls at times well, and then made his penalty save, which is the one thing that I was hoping for. So I think the guy misses after the save, doesn't he? And I think the pressure's on. He has to score. The goal has made a save. And then that Patrick... Oh, yeah, I just want to touch on Patrick Robert, actually. Is it Robert Patrick or Patrick Robert, the guy that come on? They were absolutely singing his praises when he come on. And I thought Goodmanson pretty much did fucking amazing against him. I don't think he did anything against Goodmanson. I know he had the shot right at the end where I think he's headed it into our goal. But I don't think it was that great. But yeah, I think the save then adds that extra pressure on him, which makes him slap it over. So, my man of the match, Lucas Perry, #1 goalie for Leeds, hopefully for the rest of the season. But we'll see. Yeah, guys, get your man of the matches in for us and let us have a look. Up next, mate. I think you're going to this, aren't you?
I'm not 100% sure yet because I might have to do something for work next weekend.
Okay. So Aston Villa at Villa Park, away game before we have Man City at our ground. What are you thinking for this game? What's your predictions for the game?
I'd love a draw. I'd love a draw. I'd take a draw now. I definitely would take a draw now. Depends if we got Sprout back as well. You know,
Stack.
I mean, I think I'm hoping for a 1-1 draw, mate. But I don't know, they're hard to play against. You know, they are a good team.
Yeah, but
they're really good at Villa Ground. Yeah, they're really good at Villa Park.
They're really good at the Villa Ground.
Yeah.
Virgil says Perry. Yep, fair play, mate. You know me. I'm gonna go for a very tight game. I think it will be a tough game, but I think if we can go there and impose ourselves and, you know, do what we do, I think it will be Virgil just before a Gagey 1 = 1 head. Otherwise 3-0. I'll take you 3-0, mate.
1-1 draw, he means.
I know what he means. I'm just reading it.
Okay, nice. Yeah, 3-0 to Leeds. I'll tell you what, if we win next week, we're definitely staying up.
Yeah. My prediction for the Aston Villa game at the Villa ground at Villa Park against the Villains. Tight. It's going to be a tight game. It'll be a bit of defending we'll have to do. I think I'm going to go for a very, very fair 7-2.
7-2.
7-2. I'll go.
When will the league come up? You put a bet on it, mate, because you win loads of money if the ever came off.
7-2. Oh, we've got Stephen Galhart, J8Al, 4 great pens, Poe pens. Yes, they were good, mate. They were very good penalties, and it's a very surprising team to stick away 4 good penalties. So I'll go 7-2 for Villa. Just before we sort of close this down, I want to just go through the teams that have gone through in the FA Cup, Kev, and see who you'd like to play in the next round. So Friday night, we have Chelsea and Wrexham going through. Saturday, there's West Ham, Mansfield, Man City, Norwich, Southampton, Newcastle, Liverpool. Today, there's obviously, we can't play ourselves because if we did, we'd probably lose. Wolves, Sunderland, Fulham, Arsenal, and then tomorrow we've got Macclesfield versus Brentford. Who are you taking?
I wouldn't mind Southampton at home because I'd love to beat them. I'd like Southampton at home.
I'll take your Southampton at home and I'll raise you a Mansfield at home. I'll take a
Mansfield right as well. But I mean, we're never going to get that, and they'll probably beat us. So yeah, I'm not having that. Yeah,
we'll probably get a Man City away or something like that.
Oh no, yeah, I guarantee will be Arsenal, Chelsea, or Man City. Always will be. Always them 3.
Need to do better against Villa. I agree, Stephen. We do need to play better than we did today against Villa, and I think we will. I think we will. I think we know where our bread's buttered. We know that we've got to stay in this league, and I think we'll put on a great performance that gets us 7 goals and concedes 2. And that's when Darlow will probably start. We'll concede 2, and he'll bring on Perry, and he won't concede a goal all season. Martin J. Cook. And when it's the injury-prone DCL myth going to end, he's played 50 games without injury. It's like saying a guy's hangover-prone who didn't have a drink for 3 years. Give it a rest. Please touch wood, Martin. Touch some wood right now before you say that, because you know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
Go and get in.
I'm definitely hangover-prone,
I agree. Fergal says, a home game, please, God. Yes.
Yeah, please give us a home game. Please give us a home game, man. We've had, 37 out of the last 45 cup matches have been away from home.
There's been a shed load, mate. Yeah, there's someone put it up. I think that Johnny Cooper, weren't it, on Square Ball, he got up the amount of FA Cup games where we've been at home, and out of the last bloody, I don't know, 50 odd, we've had 7 or something ridiculous. So yeah, we're due one, at least due one. I don't worry, mate. I think we're going to beat Villa 7-2. There's no worrying from me. I'm just like a bit of a jinx magnet as well. So I, like, you know, when people say shit and Ray Hankin, DCL is going to be our new Ray Hankin. I think he hits 20 goals this season. Kev, what do you reckon?
15.
15.
Yeah, that'd be really good.
15 more, 25. Oh, you risky you are. We never get home games. I know we don't, mate. But we can pray. We can pray we're going to get Mansfield at home. I think that wraps up today's show, mate. I think we've come through a very, very difficult game against Birmingham, and we've won on penalties, which has been a surprise. Maybe Okafor might be injured, which is a bit of, hopefully it's just a precaution. He's just felt a bit of tightness. On to Villa next week. Are you on here, or you said you might be going, you might not be? Are you going to be on here regardless?
TBC. As always, TBC.
To be continued. Well, I will be here next week, guys, on the Sunday Club. Thank you for joining us today. All the guys that come on, Martin, Stephen, Fergal, as always. Onar, when he popped up right at the start. Join us again next week. It's been an absolute pleasure. Like, subscribe, share, hype. There's so many things that you have to do now to get this out there, and we just want to, like, you know, get it out to all the non-Leeds fans, even non-football fans. Just come and watch us. Fergal says it there. Like, spread the word.
Spread the word. Thank you, Fergal.
Thank you, Fergal. Who do you think we'll get next round? Who do you want? Well, I said I want Mansfield, mate. Mansfield at home. Kevin said he wants
Man City away. But we're going to get Man City away.
Yeah. Or Liverpool, yeah. Or Arsenal. Arsenal, I don't want Arsenal. I don't want to play Arsenal ever again. I don't want to play them ever again. Yeah.
Here he is.
Thank you, Arnold. There he is.
3-1 lead against Villa as well. I know it's going to stay as well. We all know that. So don't worry, mate.
We all know. So that brings us to the end of the Sunday Club. We're about to close. As I say, thank you again for joining us. I will definitely see you next week. Kevin's to be continued.
Yeah.
Continued. Say bye, Kevin.
Bye.
Take care.